3, 2, 1.
When you are serious about pest control, you don't do things by halves. David Elliott Smith, or Des, and his mate Keith have built this luxurious hide in the grounds of the Oxford Gun Company where Des works.
Nice door knocker. Just what you want when you're trying to hunt squirrels.
Well, you don't want to be disturbed.
And, for guests like yourself, we have a welcome mat, sir.
Hot and cold running spiders, it's got everything in there. I suppose we spent about 3 hours doing it one afternoon, didn't we, putting it together? And it's served the purpose really well. Yeah. But I'm still waiting for the toilet and the sink to go in. I don't know what this bloke's hanging around at, really.
We'll have to think about that one, I
think. We've been here in the winter, yeah, when I bring my little stove and make coffee and that. So, yeah, coffee and porridge.
They're using some serious air rifles too.
This is mine, FX Maverick 3.22. This is sub 12. It's light, accurate, 18 shots to a mag, very quiet. Hard 88 day-night scope on it, so I can film whatever we're doing. And yeah, love the thing.
Same as Keith's, it's an FX Maverick compact. I've got a bigger moderator on it, it's a Donny FL moderator, and on the top, the scope is a Sightmark Wraith 4K. Same 18-shot magazine. I shall be shooting slugs out of this today, because this is an FAC air rifle. This one's doing, I think with the slugs I'm using at the moment, about 39 to 40 foot-pounds. So capable of taking a rabbit out quite easily at 60 yards.
20 metres in front of the hide, Des has set up a feeder which draws in the squirrels so he can get a clear, safe shot.
You can get about 6 pounds of nuts in it. So it saves you keep going back every sort of day or so. You can get a good stash of nuts or whatever you're putting in as bait. And we've put a little aluminium lid on the top of that, which is quite handy, because even when you're sat here, you can hear that lid clanging, and if it's like a bite detector for fishing. There's something about. So you could be doing something in the hide, not looking what's going on, hear that clang, and know you've got a visitor there. So it's quite a good little thing. It's a controlled method of knowing where they're going to be, where we're shooting is safe behind the area we're shooting at, so we know what's behind where our pellets are going to go, so it's completely safe. And we're not just shooting up into the trees either, so they're always going to come to us. Right, so this is what we're using in the feeder. So normal sort of black sunflower seeds, peanuts. These aren't for human consumption, so they are bird food. And also in there, just to bulk it up, is some milled corn that I got from one of the farms that I shoot for. So that's all it is. Relatively cheap if you buy them in bulk. So just by gauging what you can see on the trail camera and how much of this stuff goes missing, you can work out whether it's worth going. I think we've probably not shot this for 5-6 weeks, I think, have we? So, I know there's a lot of youngsters there.
Controlling the squirrels is a never-ending job. In the past 18 months, Des has killed more than 150 on this small patch of woodland alone. They keep coming. Think of the woodland and the small birds he's saved.
They breed like rats, funnily enough, they are rats, and they're just constantly breeding. And it's just a threat to our native songbirds, which are supposed to be here. Everybody likes to hear the birds singing first thing in the morning, me included. And it's because of those little grey creatures over there stripping the nests that the songbird population... When was the last time you saw a song thrush? I can't remember seeing a song thrush. And it's birds like that, blackbirds, blue tits especially, long-tailed tits. That's the prey that the squirrel will go on.
We have been waiting for an hour and only seen a handful of squirrels. Suddenly, the thermal reveals a whole group arriving at once. Des and Keith swing into action. The shooting looks simple, but there's a knack to getting the timing right. This one ducks at just the wrong moment, and Des's slug slams into the aluminium plate where its head had been just a fraction of a second earlier.
Straight in the head. Timing is That's the beauty of having a feeding station, because the squirrel will probably get a bit jittery if there's others about, but as soon as he's got the nut in his hand, he'll quite happily sit there as good as gold. That's the time to shoot. It's very easy to rush your shot and they're just going to move, but wait until he's got the food in his hands and you've got all the time you want then. But always at the head, either right in the front of the head or on the side of the head. I've noticed if you shoot them smack bang between the eyes at the front of the head, they drop like a stone and don't move. Hit them in the side of the head, they tend to dance around a lot on the floor with nerves. People think it's not being killed, but I can assure you it's definitely dead. It's just the nerves. Two, 4, 6, 7, and we think there's another couple that we haven't found yet over in the woods. The one came and then it all went quiet for half an hour and then they all came together. But they all come at once like a bus, isn't it? The thermal spotter is it's gold dust or something like this, because you cannot see something grey against a grey background. Height micro. So I've got a Falcon. Yours is a Lynx LH19, I think, isn't that?
No,
15. We've got a mixture of boys and girls, so that's cleared the woods out for a little bit anyway.
You can find Des on YouTube. Look for Predator Protection UK, link below. And to track down any of the kit featured in this film, go to kitfinder.co.uk.